at the same time.
Good morning.
You been blaming me? You ain't got no reason to blame me.
Good
Just be mad at
morning.
yourself or something. It's like they say.
Christina.
Been lying and making excuses.
Good morning.
All I talk is politics like a politician.
Hey.
I got 20s on 20s, can you see my vision? With precision I'm forward. Can't be trapped by love, cause to me that's a prison.
Right.
I know you say you love me, but we both know our future is already written.
Let's go.
Plain and simple, fill up the brand.
Your favorite host, thank you. I'm trying my best. Let's go.
I can't be here all the time. I know you think I'm shady. I'm just out here making money. Why you trying to blame me? Now you wanna throw a fit and drive me crazy. We supposed to be together. Now you wanna blame
Happy
me.
Monday. Yes, Tuesday, right? Let's go.
But when it's all said and done, we won't be together. Why you keep on blaming me? Cause I'm doing better.
Hey.
Cause I'm doing better. Cause I'm doing better.
Yes. Oh, yes. I love you
I'm
too.
doing better.
Let's go.
I can't believe you wanna bring me all the stress. Once upon a time, we was Romeo and Juliet.
That's
Whenever
right.
you alone, I'm the one you phone. Everything was good until you got your own. I'm not gonna be a player hater, I'm a congratulator. Now let me get back to it. And I'ma keep flossing and crossing my T's, dotting it all in my eyes. Here we go.
Hey.
I can't be here all the time.
I know you think I'm shady.
I'm just out here making money. Why you
I know you
trying to
think I'm shady, but I'm not. You know what it is.
crazy. We supposed to be together, but you wanna blame me.
More
Either way it go, I
indictments.
know you wanna
Hey,
steal my
hey.
grandma. I'ma keep on taking pictures in front of the cameras. And when it's all said and done, we won't be together. Why you keep on blaming me? Cause I'm doing better.
Let's go. Good morning, Yassi.
Why you gonna blame me? Huh? Supposed to be a team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning in April.
I'm doing better. Is that why you gonna blame me?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's showtime. Let's go. Turn up.
It's me, Zeus. Sometimes it gotta be this way.
Sometimes I got to be
It
this
really
way.
does.
Happy
But it
Tuesday.
should. Yeah. If you not my dog,
Hey.
I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you
What's
off.
up,
If you not my
everybody?
dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I can't play these games no more. What you looking
I
at
can't
me
play
for?
these games
I just
anymore,
want the
ladies
money,
and
yo.
gentlemen.
All these games that you be playing, all this talk that you be saying, I don't really like to play. Get this money every way. Gotta keep my mental clear. Yeah, you know I'm out of here. I don't really have no fear. Yeah, you keep on showing tears. I'm not with that back and forth. I'm the type to get the work. I'm the type to keep it real. I'm the type to get a deal. I'm the type to chase a bag. I'm the type to pop a tag. Sick like I have SARS. Ride around a fast car. Rapping like behind bars. I do this all for my dogs. This is what it all costs when you gotta be the boss. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. If you not my dog,
That's
I'ma
right.
I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. This is what it be like when I'm stunting on my enemies. This is what it be like when I make them feel my energy. Sitting on these rats, okay. You know what this really means? This is what it's all about. I'm on top of everything. I'm the boss, don't play with me. This right here, no game to me. Toxic, 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 toxic. No, that's not okay with me. Every day you say you scared. Every day I'm making bread. Every day you say you good. Every day I wish you would. This is what it be
I
like.
wish
when
you
really
would.
don't come up.
Hey.
This is what it be like when you really trying to run up. Rookie of the year, better go and break the record. Rookie of the year, better go and get a checkup. Yeah. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. If you not my dog, I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off. I'ma have to cut you off.
And I have no problem cutting you off. Cut it out. H+2. Cut it out. It's too early. H+2. You come into the live, leave all of your drama, leave it where it was before you got in here. Don't come in here with that nonsense H+2. Out here branding himself as he's actually out here trying to brand himself as Triple H. Can you believe this guy, ladies and gentlemen? He is what we call a local joker. Good morning, my brother Swervin. Wow, man, it has been a long time since I've seen you in the kingdom, brother. Where have you been, man? I hope you're feeling good. I did check in on you this weekend. Thoughts and prayers, my brother. Listen, I need you to come on in the box and testify again because the kingdom has missed you. There's a lot of people, where's Swervin, Zeus? Where's Swervin? I said, listen, he's out there being baptized in nothing but fire and truth. Good morning, Stephanie. Good morning, everyone. If I didn't get to say hi to you, don't worry. I'm trying to make sure I cover all of my talking points, and so I'll try to say hi to you. But, you know, you're always welcome in the kingdom. All are welcome in the kingdom, actually. The only thing I ask is that you come in and you tell the truth, okay? All forms of lies. Oh, you've been laying low. Fair enough. All forms of lies and misinformation. It will not be tolerated in this kingdom. I refuse. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I refuse to have the TikTok gods send me another notification because you want to get in the box and start lying. I just flat out refuse. If I get you in the box and you start lying, I'm just going to say, just stop right there. Okay, cut it out. Cut it out, not here. Okay? Because these TikTok gods, ladies and gentlemen, they are on a new level now. Now they're saying it's about integrity. Now it's not just misinformation. It's now about integrity. So I just wanted to put that out there. Now let me get this show started. Many of you know who I am. I go by the name of Zeus, but as some like to call me Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? It's simple. Because the first H, I don't know if that H+2 local joker is still here, but we don't know why they call him what he calls himself, Triple H. I don't know why, but I'll tell you why they call me Triple H. The first H is because I am the most honest person out here on TikTok. A lot of the content here, ladies and gentlemen, is because I'm very critical of the former president and my friends on the right. So if you are a person that fits into the category of a Trump supporter, hello, Lindsay, nice to see you. If you are a Trump supporter or one of these QAnon conspiracy people or these extremely right-wing individuals, here is your opportunity to exit stage left. Okay? Because the content here is going to be so honest, it's probably going to be the worst 1.5 hours of your day. But you don't got to take my word for it. Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here,
that's right,
then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country,
retreat.
If you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time,
all right,
very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Retreat. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's get into the meat and potatoes of today's show. You know, I always got to get those formalities out of the way because you just never know. Sometimes people, this is my first time in your life, Zeus, and you got me so upset. They go and do these spin-off lives. They screen record you and then they go do spin-off lives with all their friends. It's usually about 3 or 4 people in there. Oh, this guy, he's mean. He's crazy. He talks about Trump. We need to get him off of TikTok. They do all this crazy stuff. So I give them the full disclosure at the beginning so they can't say I didn't warn you. Okay? All right. Now let's move on into today's topics. So by the way, happy Juneteenth month. Let's make sure everyone knows today is Juneteenth. Let's give everyone a round of applause. June 19th. If you don't know what the holiday is all about, go look it up. I would tell you, but you would say, I'm lying to you. I'm not going to lie to you. All right, so today, ladies and gentlemen, let's start here. The jury at Trump's potential trial may get a glimpse at some of the government secrets. But like Goldilocks, prosecutors have to make sure the classified documents are just right. Okay? Now, why is this of utmost importance, ladies and gentlemen? Well, there is a such thing as too much information, and the question is about what exactly did those classified documents contain? Okay, now many of you are aware Donald J. Trump entered a not guilty plea tied to those 37 criminal counts related to these classified documents. And these same classified documents could now be used in a potential trial against the former president. Goldilocks documents could be shown to a jury and claim intelligence agencies about classified information and calm intelligence agencies. So, ladies and gentlemen, the main thing you got to worry about here is no one knows what these classified documents contain. However, there is such information that is so sensitive that they cannot disclose it to the jury. So what they got to do is they got to make sure the documents that Trump did have, and he had them all over his bathroom, laying on the floor. They got to make sure these documents make sense. So that's why they're calling them the Goldilocks documents. They have to make sense to the jury. The prosecutor has to be able to use them, and the defense has to be able to defend against why Trump shouldn't have had these documents. Now, how many people out there, just by a round of applause, just ask them, how many of you out there think Donald J. Trump really had classified documents? I'm just curious. No. I'm not a liar. This is 100% honest information. You think he did? Okay, a lot of you think he had classified information. Okay, so why I'm asking that, honestly, is because I've been going into all of these lies with some of my friends on the right. I look at what they're posting, and they're so obsessed with President Biden's and what Biden did with those classified documents. But when you ask them to talk about Trump's documents, the only thing they want to bring up, and they still keep bringing up, is this ridiculous argument about the Presidential Records Act. Okay? And all you have to do is ask these same individuals, okay, let's just slow it down. It says Presidential Records Act, correct? Doesn't it? If that's your defense, doesn't it say Presidential Records Act? It doesn't say formal Presidential Records Act. You see, you're so smart, you keep getting yourself in trouble. What? Don't blame me. Would you rather me lie? Would you rather me lie to you folks? Come on. This is not about the Presidential Records Act. It's clear he had classified documents, but there's one major problem. He's not the president. And by the way, if you've been following what Jack Smith has been doing, you'll know, like we all know, Jack Smith didn't even bring up the Presidential Records Act. That's not really what this is about. This is about, not about President Biden, not about Hunter Biden. The DOJ told Donald J. Trump, give us those documents back. Give them back. And this, I don't even want to refer to him as a former president. That's how frustrated I am about Donald Trump in the way that he handled these classified documents. It just makes me feel like we got to relive January 6th all over again. I'm just wondering, does he ever do anything? Did he ever do anything to help the United States? Or was he some sort of Russian asset that his whole mission was to erode the trust in the American government at a level we've never seen? What has Trump done to help the United States? Folks, please answer the question. It's a shame. It's a shame. Not only me, but a lot of my friends, we have to get out here and talk to other folks who call themselves adults. We have to talk to them and actually revisit not only the classified documents, but January 6th over and over again ad nauseum. because it's almost as if they don't care about the United States of America. What do you care about? And we care about transgenders. We care about our kids. No, you don't. But you know what? I can't go too deep into that stuff, okay? It's too early in the morning. Like I said, it's Juneteenth. Let me move on to my next topic, okay? Because, there's just so much to talk about when you're talking about Donald J. Trump and the crimes within. All right, let's switch gears, ladies and gentlemen, okay? Because this is more about not just Trump, but the people who support him. Thank you, Brother Greg. Not just Trump, but the people who support him. Democrats are obsessed with King Trump. I don't know if I believe that. Good morning, Shay. But I do think Donald Trump is obsessed. And I actually think Trump supporters are very obsessed with President Biden and Hunter Biden. And, you could just tell by the way Jim Jordan and James Comer keep walking around here trying to get you all to believe that somehow Biden has been involved in some sort of criminal enterprise. And it's like that one article I said, if Biden is sleeping, if Biden got dementia, then how is he committing all these crimes and beating President Trump at every step of the way? What does that say about Trump and the Republican Party if he keeps losing to somebody that's asleep and has dementia? Y'all, listen, like I said, y'all so smart sometimes, but you're so smart, you just outsmart yourself. Just like this guy, Ron DeSantis. Okay, yeah, now, I'm out here in California, and many of you know I used to have a bit of a nonchalant attitude about Disney. But somehow Ron DeSantis in the MAGA crowd has gotten me to, you know what, take my hat off to Disney and say, you know what, I'm all in for this battle. We must do all we can to make sure these folks are held accountable. So what's going on right now? Well, on top of Gavin Newsom having his way with Sean Hannity on Fox News, like I said, this Gavin Newsom, he is running circles around a lot of folks, and they don't even realize it. This time, he's deciding to troll Ron DeSantis. And many of you know what this is all about. You know what this is all about. DeSantis is over there fighting with Disney, and it has cost him. It has cost him dearly. Okay? What has it cost DeSantis? Well, many of you know that Disney had plans to build a campus, but those plans got scrapped. This campus was supposed to be built out in Florida. Those plans got scrapped because of DeSantis' repeated bigotry attacks towards Disney. And many of you know on this platform, I don't tolerate any of that either, okay? And it seems like the American people aren't tolerating it, and neither is Disney, okay? And Gavin Newsom, look at what he says. Turns out bigoted policies have consequences. And this is a point I want to put a pin in it to the Trump supporters. Many of you Trump supporters, especially those of you're running businesses, right? How many of you out there, Trump supporters, got businesses? Do any of you got businesses? Because they get on TikTok and they always tell me, Zeus, they tell me I don't have anything going on. They tell me I'm on Section 8. They tell me they're paying for me to be on TikTok. How many of you Trump supporters have businesses? Okay? Because my next question is going to be, how many of your businesses are struggling right now? Right? And I've heard the sob stories. You said, it's Biden. Biden is making it hard for my business to be successful. And I'm gonna give you some game today. I'm gonna give you some game. If you are a Trump supporter and you get out here on social media and you say these things that Trump says, it comes across as bigotry. It comes across as racist. And what that translates to is nobody wants to do business with you. You're not making those sales. You're not getting that many customers. You're not getting that many approved bids. It's not because of Biden. It's because of you. What? When that don't have our same interests. You're out here, you're promoting hate, fear, you're fear mongering, you're lying about January 6th. I'm not giving you a crying dime. Out here looking like a wolf with a wounded jaw. You ever seen a wolf with a wounded jaw trying to eat a meal? That's what a lot of these Trump supporters look like. They're struggling and they can't understand. It has nothing to do with the Democrats. It's you. And I am so glad that Gavin Newsom is making sure he reminds Ron DeSantis every step of the way. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Gavin Newsom on Twitter. Open arms, Disney. Come on. Great to be at Disneyland on Pride Night. Let's all give Gavin Newsom a round of applause. Now, if you're a Trump supporter most of the time, I know what you're saying. The Democrats did this, right? But think about remember I said earlier, you're so smart sometimes that you outsmart yourself. Thank you, Bamba. If the Democrats are doing this, then you got to understand the setup. So Gavin Newsom is somehow funding Disney and asking Disney to do all these things in a grand scheme to get Disney to come to California. Do you really think that that's what's happening? Come on. Or do you think perhaps that maybe because Ron DeSantis is coming across as a fascist, coming across as a bigot, a person that promotes bigotry. Do you think that might be contributing to the fallout? Just use your brain. It's like they say, you got to let the game come to you, okay? Okay, and that's what we're doing. That's what the Democrats are doing. We're letting the game come to us. We're watching the Republican Party turn on itself, and all we have to do is sit back and go, huh, you done made our jobs a lot easier. Okay, so cut it out. As a matter of fact, you don't believe me? Let's go on to our next topic. Okay, and I know they don't like it when I do this, but somebody has to do this, ladies and gentlemen. And this is just a PSA, and a lot of my friends on the left, they might say, Zeus, shh, don't tell them, Zeus, don't keep telling them the truth. And I'm like, well, guess what? Someone has to, okay? Because when Trump goes to jail, they're going to need a new leader. All right, ex-security prosecutor's advice for Trump. If you want to lose your life in jail, keep talking. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen. A national security law expert has warned Donald J. Trump against constantly talking about his legal cases in public, saying that continuing to do so would have dire consequences. How many of you, okay, especially the MAGA crowd, how many of you think Donald Trump should just shut up about what he's going through? How many of you think he should just shut up? I'm just asking for a friend. Do you think he should just zip it and let it all play out? How many of you think he should? Oh, Big Mac, you don't think he should? Wow. Don't you think that, okay, because if you've ever, had to deal with anything of this nature, most attorneys would advise their clients to not talk about it. Because what you say, good morning, Miss Silk, what you say can and will be used against you. And it's almost like, I don't think his supporters want him to be a free person. If you really loved Donald J. Trump supporters, listen, if you really loved him, tell him the truth. Trump, don't put another post up on Truth Social about Jack Smith. Because when he says stuff like this.
He's deranged. Jack Smith. Jack Smith. Did the FBI do that? Because they also did something where they put documents all over the floors. And Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
Listen, if you really cared about him, do as this gentleman has said. This former prosecutor has just said. I tell him, if you want to lose your life in jail, keep talking. But if you want to try to figure out a way that brings about an acceptable resolution or a plea deal that opens the door to a lighter jail sentence than what the guidelines threaten and possibly even no jail time, you need to turn it down or at least have what you're saying being screened by your lawyers. Don't you think that's some pretty sound advice? Come on. Gator, how are you doing, brother? How are you doing? Gator, I do have some terrible news. I have some terrible news for you, Gator. Remember when you told me that Jack Smith, you said Jack ain't gonna do, and then you used that expletive, Jack ain't gonna do SHI whatever, and I told you, no, Jack Smith is coming. Then you said the case is weak. Remember this, Gator? You said he won't indict. Well, I wanted to let you know you were wrong. Not only is Jack going to do something, but he did indict, okay? And he got 38 counts. Trump will walk. Where is he going to walk? Into a cell? Yeah, he will walk into a cell. Why would I get on TikTok and lie to you folks? Come on, we're too old to be out here lying to each other. Come on, this is like a toxic relationship. I don't gotta lie to kick it with y'all. Come on. He's gonna walk the yard. Okay, oh my gosh, listen. I did have some other topics to cover, but you know what? I'm running out of time, and I got to open up these boxes and hear from those out there brave enough to get into the box and talk. And by the way, I don't mind hearing from folks that are Trump supporters as long as they follow the format of the show. I really don't. I don't even care if they are in the comments disagreeing with Zeus or trying to call me whatever names they want, because none of it matters. What matters, in my opinion, is this.
Jack Smith. He's deranged.
This is what matters, ladies and gentlemen.
Donald Trump is indicted, and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. And he's a big Trump hater. Yeah. Openly, he's a Trump hater. Deranged. His wife is even more of a Trump hater.
That's all that matters to Zeus and the American people. Justice. All right? Now, my last topic, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, speaking of it, looks like Jack Smith is about to indict Donald J. Trump again. Hey!
Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They hate him with a passion. Anything. He's deranged. He's deranged. He's a harasser and an abuser. Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Donald Trump was indicted, and they take him with one charge and they turn it into 36 charges. He's a harasser and an abuser. He's deranged. Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can. He's a harasser and an abuser. Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater. His wife's a Trump hater. His family's a Trump hater. They hate him with a passion. They'll do anything they can to hurt Trump. But he's a harasser and an abuser.
All right. I wanted you all to know, according to some of the sources out there. Good morning, Toy. Nice to see you. Yes, thank you so much for the gift. Given that the Department of Justice Special Counsel Jack Smith's criminal investigation into Donald Trump has been running for quite a while, it's fairly obvious, ladies and gentlemen, that Jack Smith has been on the verge of indicting Trump. Okay, and let's get this. For all the public attention, the classified document probe has gotten, it's only half the story. In fact, it may be less than half the story. All along, Smith has been investigating Trump for trying to overthrow the United States government after losing the 2020 election. Given the subpoenas that reportedly went out, Smith is targeting Trump for everything from January 6th insurrection to the related fake electors plot. Trump supporters, get those knee pads ready. And given that Smith has gone as far as getting the courts to order Mike Pence to testify against Trump in this plot. It seems clear that Jack Smith, let me say his name, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Hold on.
Jack Smith. He's a Trump hater.
Given that, it is clear that Jack Smith is ready to decide to indict Trump on this plot. Now, the mainstream media has been all over the place lately in terms of acknowledging this. Some TV pundits have tried to act as if the classified documents is all that Donald J. Trump has to worry about. Oh no, this is not just about those classified documents, folks. All right, but Bill Barr, you know who he is. Haven't you noticed Bill Barr has been on TV sounding off on Donald Trump? Bill Barr's the one that you should be listening to after all. He was the attorney general, right? He knows what's really about to go down. Out of all the people, Bill Barr, you gotta watch him. Bill Barr may not only be a witness to this case, so it's not clear if he is working with any inside information about this case. Imagine Bill Barr is probably working with Jack Smith. Ooh. But even if he is, it would be very limited strictly to the aspect of the case. But because even Bill Barr now is on TV acknowledging that Jack Smith is indeed about to indict Donald Trump again, it makes it difficult for anyone in the media to stick with the narrative that Trump can get himself off the legal hook by just somehow magically making the classified documents go away. Trump, even if you were to get off on those classified documents, you still got January 6th to worry about. So now we've suddenly got people in mainstream media telling us not to sleep on Jack Smith's January 6th case and that Trump could be a target. Well, duh. Of course Trump is a target. The mainstream media always makes a point of being far behind the curve on these stories as possible and deliberately downplaying their seriousness right up until they are against it. But now we're reaching that point. Listen up. We are reaching that point where the media is presenting the obvious outcome as at least having some chance of happening, which means that obviously things could happen pretty soon. Here we go. You want to know how soon? Let's go. It seems logical that given that Jack Smith will indict Trump for the 2020 election overthrow-related matters, he will do it before Fulton County District Fani Willis will do it. So they're saying Jack Smith is going to do it before Fani Willis does. Wow! Willis indictment, wait a second, hold on. Willis, given that the feds generally go first in matters of overlapping jurisdiction. This is what they're saying. We know Fani Willis is going to indict him sometime in August. And in these situations where the feds are involved and the state is involved, usually the federal government goes first. So, ladies and gentlemen, according to sources, that would mean we are possibly a few weeks away from Jack Smith indicting Donald J. Trump for those events surrounding January 6th. Let's give Jack Smith a round of applause. Trump supporters, get those knee pads ready, because Jack Smith is coming. All right, let's open up these boxes, and it's time to hear from all of you. I know. You could be anywhere, but you chose to be here because obviously you know on this side of town, the truth will set you free. We have no reason to lie to you, folks. What we want is for you to cut it out and come clean, come correct, like my folks used to tell me. You got to come correct. And right now, the correct thing to do is to acknowledge that Donald J. Trump has no chance of ever getting in that White House again to do another crime. The DOJ won't have it. The Republican Party won't have it. The Democrats won't have it. And hell, I won't have it. And neither should you. All right, let's get these boxes going, ladies and gentlemen. And as you know, we do this We do this because it's important to get the truth out. But everyone knows 3 minutes in the box, and then before I get up out of here. Good morning, Nutty Professor. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Juneteenth or Happy Freedom Day.
Right, same to you, brother. How are you doing on Juneteenth? Any celebrations? Are you doing anything like that?
So I'm going to do some community events. It's important that we really celebrate what the holiday is meant to be celebrated for,
Mm,
and not forget our history. And
thank you.
yeah, this is the Fourth of July for Black folk.
Thank you. Thank
So this is our Fourth. This
mm,
is our because this is our independence.
thank you.
So
Let them know.
with that being said, finding many
Hey,
beautiful.
wait a second. I'm gonna pause. Is there something going on with your microphone?
I can hop down and hop back up. I don't know because everything's coming through
It
clearly.
sounds like you're on that MAGA Wi-Fi.
You know what? I've had some MAGA people coming after me the last few days, so that could be possible. Would you like for me to hop down and hop back
Yeah,
in?
let's try it. Let's give Nutty a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. He's on that MAGA Wi-Fi. I can't have it. I can't have it. Listen, I said that with love. Come on, Nutty knows that I'm saying that with the utmost love. I'm just trying to help my brother out. Ah! Well, he says it to me. Come on, cut it out. Good morning,
So,
Nutty Professor. Are you there?
is this
Eva.
better?
Huh?
Is this better?
Yes, way better.
So I just switched over to my Biden Wi-Fi. There you go.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. So Freddie Willis, man, that woman is a beautiful woman. So the word on the street
Mm.
is that
I don't know. It's starting to sound. The people in the chat, they're telling me, and I can hear it. I tried to, but I'm Triple H. I got to be honest. Where are you at, Nutty?
well, I was in a bunker.
Huh?
See, I joined the bunker with Greg.
Oh,
So
oh, you're with Greg.
so
That explains it.
I
Greg,
joined the bunker. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna drop down because I don't want to hold the show up, and I'm gonna go in once I get out of the bunker, and then I'm gonna re-request, and then you can see if you can bring me up then.
all right. Let me know when you re-request so I can, prioritize you because I don't
Yes.
want to. I want to make sure you're able to get in and out as quick as possible. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Nutty Professor a round of applause. Oh, yes, the beautiful toy. Good morning. How are you?
I'm blessed and highly favored. How are you, Zeus?
Hello. How are you? Happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth to you too.
Thank you. Are you doing anything special today?
Yeah, I might go to the park, so
Oh,
that's special. Yeah, right?
yeah. Yeah, that's nice. No barbecuing?
No, no,
Mm.
it's just me and my dog.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Well, listen.
Yeah,
As long as you are having some form of peace in what you're doing, it's all good, right? A lot of
tons
people.
of peace. It's all peaceful.
Thank you, thank you. I mean, and that's what matters, right? Some people had to go to work today, and today, and then some got it off, right? I don't know. What are they doing out there?
Oh, it's recognized in New York, so and
Okay.
it's federal, isn't it? So we don't have work. I don't
Oh,
know anyone that has work today.
okay, okay. See, I had to ask. I don't keep up with this stuff. Fair enough. So, with that being said, what do you got for us today? There's a lot going on, obviously.
I'm sorry, Jack is coming again?
Yeah,
This is exciting.
Jack Smith.
You played my favorite song. I was so happy. I was like,
Oh,
oh
you
my goodness, he's
the Jack Smith Inspector Gadget edition song. Is that what you're referring to?
absolutely. That
Now,
is a
have you been out here
banger.
talking to a lot of these Trump supporters since the indictment? Have any of is it starting to seem like they're accepting of what's happening, or are they still fighting it?
They're very quiet. They're quiet, and when they do talk, they tend to be more subdued. They're not
Mm.
barking at you. They're not
Oh,
steamrolling. They're not over talking
oh,
because I think it's starting to settle in and they're starting to get a little bit concerned. They're like, whoa, this sounds serious, even though they still don't want to admit it. They're like, oh,
Yeah.
it's a nothing burger, all that type of thing. So,
Mm, mm.
yeah,
Are, are,
well,
are,
soon
are
to
they
be,
are they calling Jack Smith names?
of course, yeah. He's a Democrat. This is an agenda.
Wow.
Him and his wife donated to the Democratic Party for years, and he doesn't know what he's doing. This is a civil case. It's not an actual federal case. There's just a lot of nonsense being chucked around here and there. It's very
Wow.
embarrassing, actually. I have secondhand
Wow.
embarrassment for these people.
I mean, okay, folks, let me clear this up. Jack Smith, he's not a Democrat or a Republican. He was living
Correct.
in the Netherlands. He
Yes,
doesn't
because
have
he
a
was trying
huh?
cases at The Hague. Like
Yeah.
he's just not he's a rando lawyer. He's not Rudy Giuliani. He has integrity. That's why he gets to try cases at The Hague. You get what I'm saying? Like,
Thank
I
you.
know they don't know what that is, but Google is free and so is DuckDuckGo. So check it
Mhm.
out if it moves you. He has a
Right.
97% conviction rate. That's not a rando. You
Cut it
know what
out,
I
Stephen.
mean? Merrick
Mm.
Garland has a 100% conviction rate, even on appeal. That is
Mm.
not some rando either. Those are
Hmm.
people with, storied careers.
Now, what do you think was going on in Jack Smith's mind when he realized that he was going to be dishing 400 years at Donald Trump?
I think that he was laser focused. I think that he was trying to make sure that his case was as airtight as possible, that he did his
Right.
due diligence, and that he did not listen to all of the chatter that was going about. He was just focused on his job,
Right.
and it seems like everything checks out, as well as having another case in the works should in case Florida doesn't do the right thing, should in
Mm.
case the jurors there decide to be biased and say, oh, we don't want our God going to jail, then there's going to be January 6th, which is going to be in DC, and it's going to be a different type of look.
Right.
So, yeah.
Right. So you stand behind, before we wrap this up, I just want to make sure we get this clear. So you stand behind the work that Jack Smith is doing.
Of course. Yeah. I
Well,
think he's very
well, well.
methodical in his job. I don't think that he is just throwing anything to the wall to see if it sticks. He knows that what he has is legitimate and verifiable, and that's it. He's going with evidence and
And you
facts.
don't think it's a witch hunt?
No, of course not.
There you have it. Well, listen, Toy. As always, it's a pleasure to have you come in and say a few words and tell the truth with Zeus. All right. But I got to
Thank
bring
you
up
for
some of
having me,
your
Triple
friends.
H.
Huh?
Bye. Thank you for
All
having me,
right,
Triple
ladies
H.
and
Bye.
gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Toy a round of applause. It's not that hard to get in the box and tell the truth and shame the devil. Let's now. I see some comments out there. They're saying that this administration is embarrassing. They're saying things like, "Do I think Biden is smart?" And that Trump isn't going to jail. I just want to make sure all of you understand that Donald J. Trump is going to jail. Okay, he's on the verge of going to jail. Whatever, it's the presidential version of it. Okay, I also want you to understand that I do think President Biden is very, very smart, and I do not think this administration is embarrassing. Good morning, brother Nutty.
So how is this? Is this better?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you. Real connection.
So I think that worked out the best because coming up after Toy,
Mm,
Toy's just a lovely, lovely person, and I love her very much. She's very
mhm.
sweet, very knowledgeable.
Right.
She's just a good human being. But
Great.
there's one thing that she said that I'm just gonna push back on her. When she called you Triple H, the devil is a
Oh,
lie.
here we go.
Toy, the devil is a lie. But anyway, brother, what I was saying about Miss Fonnie Willis, that
Hey.
is a that is a beautiful woman.
Mm,
So the word on the street is that she has asked several judges in her area uh, not to take cases for at least 2 weeks.
mm. Really?
So, and this is going to be in early to mid August.
What?
So the word on the street is when a prosecutor asks judges to do that, that means they're bringing multiple witnesses through, and they need them to have a clear docket.
Oh,
So the whole point about Donald Trump, when she brings down her indictment on 45, I think we're going to see a lot more people, more than just 45.
oh yeah!
We're going to see more than just 45
Get him
because
out of here!
because you know what? He didn't do this alone. He had accomplices, and they need
Mm.
to be held to account as well.
Like Marjorie Taylor Greene.
That's the number one. So I even hold her in higher regard than Rudy Giuliani because she's just poison.
Oh,
She's just poison.
wow.
She's just
Moonshine.
nasty. As your savior says, she's just a nasty woman.
Mm.
She's just nasty. So
Nasty.
so Jack
Mm.
Smith, he is a godsend
He is.
because he is restoring, as the president says, the legitimate president, your
Right.
president, as the
President
president
Biden.
says, he is reclaiming and restoring the soul of this nation
That's right.
by prosecuting 45. Because
Right.
if you, I'm going to call you red hats, believe in the institution of our justice system, which you say you do, and that
Mm-hmm.
no one is above the law,
Right.
you should read the indictment.
Mm-hmm.
But for those of you who don't know how to read or have a hard time seeing, I'll give you that. There are podcasts out there of people actually reading the indictment word for word with no
Boom.
commentary.
Boom.
So you can listen to the indictment.
Mm-hmm.
And by the sheer fact of what he's being accused of course, he's innocent until proven guilty.
Right. That's what they
But
say.
what he is being accused of should make your stomach churn.
Mm-hmm.
Never
Mm-hmm.
in the history of this nation. And we had some pretty horrible presidents coming up through before the Civil War.
Right.
And this man, he said, "Hold my beer, y'all. I got this." And he is
Mm-hmm.
the worst of all time. With that being said, thank you for indulging me. Y'all have a beautiful fourth for Black folk.
Thank you, Nutty Professor. Oh, as always, he gets in the box and tells the truth and shames the devil, minus his blasphemy about me being Triple H. Nutty Professor, do me a favor and cut it out. Let me give you a thunderstrike, Nutty. Get him out of here. Don't get in the box and start lying about Zeus. You lie about everything else, but don't you dare lie about Zeus. Ah, all right. Oh, yeah. My good brother Swerve is back in the building. Good morning.
Good morning, Zeus. How are you,
Swerve and
brother?
a round of applause. How are you doing, brother?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I just came back from CAT scan. I'm headed for a lumbar puncture here in about a half hour.
Oh, my God. Are they
So,
turning you into a superhero?
you know what? At the very least, I would not mind having some Wolverine claws
Ah.
and maybe some teleportation ability, like
Ah. Oh, yes.
the dude from New Orleans.
Ah, I love it. Yes.
You
Now
know,
you're going
some
to make me want to go watch X-Men.
right.
Yeah. So
But
how
no,
have you been, man? I haven't seen you, heard from you in a while.
I'm good. I'm good. I'm doing well. I'm
Thank
like I
you.
said, I'm in the hospital, but you know, I got out of the hospital. Now I'm back in the hospital, but
Hmm.
I didn't want to bog down your live with that. I want to get back to my Trump bashing and
Oh,
congratulate
go
Donald,
for it. Let's go.
congratulate Jack Smith on not only the possible January 6th indictments, but also additional possible indictments from Bedminster
Oh,
for other classified documents
oh,
that he was not supposed to have.
oh. Talk to
So
us.
it's just amazing me. I'm watching these comments go through, and everybody's like, "Oh, the Biden crime family." Yet when you ask them, "What has Biden done? What crime did he commit? What law did he break? Where's the docket number? Give me some piece of
Right.
evidence."
I'm searching.
They can never have anything, and they always somehow, Zeus.
What's
I don't
that?
know if you've ever noticed this, but somehow they always seem to have more detailed and better evidence than you do But when you ask them to show it, they turn into Rudy Colludi or Mike.
Oh.
And that's when we hear the famous last words. You wait and see. It's coming.
And have they ever came?
No, not a
No.
single one. Not a
Wow.
single one. And I
Wow.
just wanted, if I'm getting bad information, like Zeus, if you was giving me bad information, I would go and
Right.
look at that information and be like, wait a minute, I got to let this brother know that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
Right.
Right. So if
Right.
I'm getting bad information off the research that I do, but they seem to have better evidence than what I'm able to locate,
Right.
tell me where I can find it. Oh,
Please.
you're going to just have to wake up, but don't be woke. Well, wait a minute.
Oh, I
I'm
can
trying
wake
to.
up, but I can't be woke. How
Yeah,
does that work?
I'm trying to get myself on that same level as you are, sir or ma'am. So I want to hope to be just as intelligent as you. So please
Jesus.
help me locate the same information that you are reading and you
Mm-hmm.
are looking at, so we can be on the same page. So maybe we
Please
can come together.
come together, please.
Because ain't that what they always talking about, Zeus? Let's come together like butt cheeks and do the right thing. Let's help each other out. Let's do the right thing. But no, nobody ever wants to. They don't want to share information.
They don't. They
They,
don't. Why are you holding on to Hunter Biden's laptop?
exactly. Bring it forth. I'm like some tribunal. I'm sitting here now going like, bring forth the laptopeth for Hunter Bidenero.
Please, so we can put this all behind
That's
us.
right. Let
Because
him
if
be
Hunter
judged.
Biden is guilty, what do you say if Hunter Biden is guilty? What's that saying you say?
Oh, lock his ass up. Excuse my French. Sorry.
I
Lock
got
lock
that,
him up.
sir.
Lock him up. Throw away the key. I don't care. I'm not gonna
Right.
no sleep over him.
Nope. And what
Yeah.
about if President Biden is guilty?
Lock him up.
Knock
And
him up.
dude, if James Brown got to go, Biden got to go. If Red Fox got to go, Hunter Biden got to go.
So you don't think nobody is above the law?
Absolutely not. Not me, not you, not them, none of us.
None of us.
The law was not written for one person. The laws were written for all people.
You hear that, Trump supporters? He's
And
not lying to you.
it just I don't know. It's crazy. But listen, brother, I'm gonna go ahead and relinquish the remaining balance of my time to whoever is next. Thank you
Okay.
for letting me come up. It was great being back in the kingdom today.
Awesome. I
And
appreciate you.
I try to stay in touch and keep everybody up to date as to what's going on with me.
All right. Well, take care of yourself until then, my brother. All right. And we're praying for you.
Thank you, sis. I appreciate it. We'll see you later, everybody. Y'all have fun and be safe out there.
All right. You too. Ladies and gentlemen, Brother Swervin, let's give him a round of applause. He's doing better. And he got in the box and told the truth. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, it's not that hard to get in the box and simply tell the truth. Stop getting me in trouble with the TikTok gods, getting in the box and spreading misinformation. Jesus Christ. All right. Let's move it to our a new person. Ooh, someone I haven't talked to in a while. Richie. I've never talked to Richie. At least I don't think I have, unless this is a backup account. Good morning.
You spoke to me before.
Oh.
We had a conversation about the vice president, the current vice president.
Oh, bro, how long ago was that, Richie?
Probably like a month ago.
And where did you fall at in terms of my question?
I had issues with her, and you told me to back it up, and we'll discuss it another day.
So you are a Trump supporter?
No. No, not at all.
Oh,
no.
You're Republican?
No, I'm not Republican. I'm Democrat.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, fine. Well, tell me what you got now. What issue with the vice president? I was telling you to do that about.
No, I don't have any issue. What I was going to say is that
Oh.
everybody is ecstatic over these indictments.
Correct.
And I've said this in your live before, and I've said it in numerous other lives, that we are in uncharted waters when it comes to what a possible conviction could look like.
Right.
And first of all, even if he were to be put into a federal prison, which I'm seriously doubting they're going to do,
Right.
they would have to put him in isolation. And whether or not the Secret Service would retain any kind of control is up to them. They could pass it off to the jail, or whatever. But here's the thing. You said there were indictments coming down from Jack Smith, other than what was already announced.
That's what I did say. That's an opinion piece.
I think that the indictments that are currently going with these documents, they might nail him on one or two of those charges, and it's probably going to be something light, because the bigger focus is going to be on Georgia by in putting in fake electorates. That will guarantee sink him if they go after him for that. January 6th, there's a long line of people under him that are going to fall before they ever get to Trump on January 6th.
Who would you say is in that long line? And you you got to understand, right? The Department of Justice, they have an abundant amount of resources to catch people, right? And they don't let up. It's not. Sometimes it takes them decades to find people, but they find them.
Yeah, no, I agree.
And wouldn't you say that some people have already began being punished?
Oh, yeah, there have been numerous people. I think Rudy's going to flip. Rudy will flip because, he's going to save his own rear end at the end of the day. They're going to go after his family. The two sons probably won't cave. Ivanka folded like a card table on day one.
If Trump was your father, would you flip?
Depends on what he did.
Look, I mean, what January 6th, the classified, I mean, know what he's capable
January
of doing.
6th, oh yeah, I would have been all over my father's rear end to end it, to do the job and get things under control there. I definitely would have.
You would have flipped.
Yeah.
It's the right thing to do, right?
It is. And but the thing is while we're focused on these indictments, we have to look further ahead as to how this post conviction is going to look like, because that's now going to set a precedence for future crimes from the president president.
Well, listen, I appreciate what you had to say, Brother Richie. How come I'm not following you? I've got to make sure I'm following you.
Yes, you do.
Okay, that way we can stay in touch. And I like your perspective, because it's not mine, right? And I think we need to hear all of those perspectives that aren't quite aligned with mine, so that we can have some sort of understanding about the gravity of what's going on. Now, I want to go back to the thing you said before you got started, and you said we are in uncharted territory. But I would say it didn't start with Jack Smith. It actually started with Donald Trump being the president. His whole presidency, I would argue, was in uncharted territory, and all the way to the way it ended, wouldn't you?
Well, yeah. I mean, the country has never voted somebody that wasn't like Trump into office before. And, the fact that he was a loose cannon from day one, all the way to the very end in his post presidency, it says a lot. And it shows if anything, this has shown how, the Constitution needs to be updated, into the 21st century. Because he's using that document against us.
I've never heard that angle, but I'd like to explore maybe a little further down the road, because that shouldn't be the only reason the Constitution needs to be updated. It's several other reasons, but I get what you're saying. All right, my brother.
All right, I yield back the balance of my time, and you have a good one.
All right, you too. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Richie a round of applause. We're in uncharted territory, and I'm a believer that you know what? No one's above the law. So if Trump wants to push those limits, we gotta have the ability to counter what he's doing, and so that takes us, yes, into uncharted territories. Let's bring our next guest up, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the beautiful April. Hello, how are you doing? And happy Juneteenth.
Happy Juneteenth.
Let's go. How are you doing, April?
I'm doing great. I was out and I got caught in a thunderstorm. It wasn't. So
Oh,
I'm pulled over and I'm able to talk.
okay. Thank you for doing that. Wow, I feel so honored. And be safe out there, okay?
Oh, I will. That's why I'm pulled over. If it gets
Yeah.
dangerous, I'm getting older. I'll be bumping curbs and all kinds of stuff.
I understand. I understand, but you're doing the right thing. You're pulling over and you're making sure you're not doing anything that you shouldn't be doing. Fair enough.
So I want to get to the Rudy, what he was saying about Rudy flipping. Rudy will never flip. He
Oh,
has
you
went too far down the rabbit hole. He has brought up the election. He did the Ukraine thing, the
Mhm.
Russia thing.
Right.
He's too far in. Now he'll go into
Right.
hiding.
Mm,
Maybe Russia will welcome with open arms,
mm.
But yeah, Rudy's never gonna flip. Now Nada's a different story.
Really? You
Yeah.
think Nada will flip?
Woo, boy. You think that man, as young as that he's going to take the blunt of this, what Trump's dishing
400
out?
years. He can do
You,
400 years in jail.
I would be blank smacking that man. I would. But yeah, he threw him under the bus. And I
Wow.
can't believe that I don't know. Does anyone know if he has a Twitter or anything?
I have not heard of his Twitter. No, I have not.
I'm gonna look that up because I was just thinking if he said anything back. But yeah, I just wanted to make a point. The same thing as Mother's Day, that Trump did the same thing. Bitching and complaining. Sorry about that.
Oh,
And
I got it, April.
complaining about the liberals, the lunatics, the
Right.
communists, the Marxists, the wonderful people of the left, while Joe Biden is simply saying, "Thank you, fathers. Happy Father's Day.
Right.
Wonderful, kind words to everyone."
Why can't the MAGA folks just be kind? What is it about that?
It's just full of anger. I mean, look what happened to me. I'm on my backup. Oh yeah, I need to borrow Jack Smith, and he needs to find out who hacked my account.
You've been hacked?
I got hacked. We got screenshots. Yeah. So they got to try to stop the truth, but it's not going to stop in me. It won't stop. I'll just get another backup and another backup. Yeah.
Shame on you.
So
Whoever that was. Why
I'm
would
back
you
and
do
forth
that?
with TikTok. I'm back and forth with TikTok. You know how it goes. You've been
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
They just want to stop the truth. But
Mm.
yeah, Trump. I think this is a happy day. Fonnie Willis is, it's going to show up. Jack Smith. Oh, that
Mm.
J6. I can't wait till the J6.
I can't either because we know it's not going to be just Trump. I want to know
Yes.
every member of Congress that was tied to this January 6th lies and election fraud business. I do. And I do think, what do you think, before we go, do you think Bill Barr is working with Jack Smith?
I think maybe. Maybe. I really do. I think he is. But
The reason that I'm
I appreciate your one video about Rudy, and he is absolutely, and what
oh
you were speaking about before, he is the one that started every bit of this.
yeah, Yeah.
Every bit of this. And people's got to watch these videos. I mean, you've got videos of Rudy doing all kinds of craziness.
Yeah.
And you're going to support and believe what this man says
Mhm.
with his hair dye running down his face?
Running down his face. You should have seen him. He was melting on national television. Lying.
Exactly.
Yeah.
He is the wicked witch.
He was. He really was.
But have a great day. Happy Juneteenth. Enjoy. I'm guessing it's sun. It's going to be shining in California.
Yes, it's sunshine. I'm looking out the window right now, and it's like the sun is calling me, folks.
Oh, I just wanted to let you know though, Zeus, that I know you love Newsom. I know you, but you're gonna lose him. You realize that
Who?
America's gonna take Newsom. You're gonna lose him.
God.
You're gonna lose him. You're gonna lose him, Zeus.
Hey, if I lose him because he's answering a higher calling, so be it. I get it.
Love
Right?
that man. You're
he's
so
good.
fortunate. You are so fortunate to have a
know.
governor like that.
I agree. Thank you, April. And
Everyone have a great day.
all right. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, the beautiful April. And by the way, if I see one more comment in the live of folks criticizing President Biden, if I see one more comment, I will pull these receipts and I will start to read off some of his accomplishments. If I see one more nasty complaint about President Biden, if you don't want me to read it, keep it to yourself. No, good and well, Biden's out here working hard, helping this country. Good morning, Angela. You know Biden is out here working hard, saving America every single day. All right, let's bring up our next panelist, my good friend, Ruben.
How you doing tonight? How you doing?
It's right here. It's queued up. Good morning, Ruben. How are you?
Good morning. Happy June 19th.
Thank you. Same to you. Same to you. Any plans today? Are you going to do anything extravagant?
Oh, no. Just rejoicing in this news of there's going to be another indictment. What a great news.
Don't you just love it?
And I love the what if defense, or what about defense the Republicans have. It's unbelievable. And no one believes them.
Right.
It's like, what about, Hunter Biden? What about Hillary Clinton? What about Obama? Obama was so safe. There was nothing. He knew he had to be like Teflon when he left.
Right. Not a word.
But he was very.
They keep saying, what about? And has that stopped Jack Smith?
Well, there's no truth to anything. That we have proof. Where's this proof? Like you were saying earlier, there's no proof.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing. And if there is proof, let's bring it forth and put all these people in jail.
Please, where is it? Come on. We've been waiting. Where's Hunter Biden's laptop?
Well, that's just a bunch of, BS.
Oh, did I hear you? Y'all are on fire today. Yeah. Now, what do you make of these folks out here who are still trying to say President Biden is ruining the country? There's these comments, and I'm like, has Biden done anything recently that I don't know about?
Well, I know he did a lot in his first 2 years. That was quite enlightening. Like I said, he's did a far better job than I thought he would.
Right.
And he's actually gained my support as long as nothing else happens between now and the election.
Wow.
Or no stupid stuff comes out, which I don't think there's going to be at this point.
Right. Do you think Biden somehow pressured the Department of Justice to bring charges against Donald Trump?
Absolutely not. He has been nothing but honest with us, and he even said in the beginning that he's going to step back from this and let the Department of Justice do what it's supposed to do.
Facts.
He's not going to use them as a weapon, much like how Donald Trump tried to use them as a weapon against Clinton when he got
You hear that?
And Biden's not doing that. So Trump's pointing at him for doing something he did.
Right. It's projection. I haven't heard Biden say one thing about these indictments.
He's not supposed to. He's the executive branch. That's not his job.
Trump tried to say Biden also is responsible for Alvin Bragg indictments. What do you say about that?
I don't think he has anything to do with any of these guys. If he does, yeah, sure, there's secret things in the government that we're not going to ever know about, and I'm sure he's updated on these things. But I do not believe he has any control over any of this because that's not how the government works. And the people that don't understand that really need to go back to civics courses.
Please stop believing Donald Trump over there on Truth Social.
It's not just him. There's a lot of news agencies doing beating the same drum. It makes no sense.
Yes.
And all for ratings. Hey, we can get
Thank
these
you.
guys to watch us and help watch our shows. Who
Right.
cares? It's
Yeah.
all a bunch of crap.
You hear that? You hear that, folks? Thank you so much, my good brother Ruben. Now, before you get up out of here, I just want to make sure you and I are on the same page. So you're saying Biden cannot worry about the war in Ukraine. He cannot worry about China, and he cannot worry about saving and restoring the soul of America, while at the same time independently going out and trying to get Donald Trump indicted. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that for sure. He has to run our country and do the best for us, not worry about this guy with yellow hair anymore or orange hair,
Right.
whatever color his hair is this week.
Listen, brother, I appreciate you telling the truth and shaming the devil, okay? Because, see, a lot of people don't feel they can't follow what you just said, but I'm glad you said it. So let's give Brother Ruben a round of applause, ladies and
It's
gentlemen.
nothing but the truth, and it's right in your face, people.
Amen. Amen. All right, my brother. I got to bring up some more of your friends or maybe some people who don't agree with us, but
That's
I
fine. Let him
appreciate
do it.
what you're doing. All right?
Thank you. I appreciate you too, sir. Have a
All
good
right.
day.
Have a great day. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give Brother Ruben a round of applause.
Jack Smith. Jack Smith.
I'm not going to say it the third time because I don't want the FBI to show up.
Or he
He's
might walk out
doing
of the mirror.
Oh, he is. All right, let's get up and get our next guest. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my gosh. I might be able to get to everyone.
Good
Good
morning,
beautiful
everybody.
Shay. How are you? How are you
I'm
doing?
doing good. How are you?
I'm all right. Happy Juneteenth to you.
Yes, happy Juneteenth. What a great
Yes.
day. What a
Yes,
great day.
yes.
And we have to give kudos to President Biden for making that a national holiday. Thank you, Biden.
Yeah, let's give Biden a round of applause.
We need to remember that is on his legacy.
Yeah, let me ask you, you ever
Yes,
been in
yes,
those
yes,
lives?
yes. I
You
love
ever
it.
been in those lives, Shay, and they bring up the 94 crime bill, and then they go, now tell us something that Biden has done for blacks.
Right? We're like, okay.
The Crown Act, right?
Yes.
Juneteenth. He was
Yep.
out there in Selma marching across that bridge showing solidarity. I
It
mean,
sure is. Yep.
people can
Yeah.
change and be rehabilitated. Don't you believe that?
Absolutely. They go through, he's a
Mhm.
white man born in 1942 and he's
Mhm.
had some things he's had to work through and you know what? And that is all of us. We're all growing and we're all
Amen.
changing and we're all learning and we're all everything. And when you see a leader like that might have a weird past, as some said some stupid things occasionally here and there,
Right.
then you know what, in the 70s, okay, we get it, and
Yeah.
it is what it is, but that
Right.
man is nowhere near that and knows what his role is, and he's taken his role very seriously as the president of the United States. That means all of us citizens, every single thing, it is imperative for him. And he's doing a great job. He's very conscientious of what he's trying to do to make a difference. He wants a legacy. He's in
Right.
his 80s. He wants a good legacy as he rolls out of the White House in
Thank
2
you.
to 6 years,
Yeah.
and we're cheering him on. He's doing a great job. Did you see his rally?
I saw it. I saw it.
Did you see that?
Did you see the crowd size?
Yeah, the crowd size was huge.
Whoa! They can't say he's sleepy.
Yep, can't
But
say he's
that crowd
sleepy.
size?
And then the kids in there go, "What about his rallies? What about he was in the basement?" I'm like, "Yeah, he was never in the basement. He sure is in the basement now."
He may listen with all
He's
this
here.
winning that Biden is doing. Why? How are you going to complain about him, folks? The results are in. Come on.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's really. I mean, listen. I knew he would do a good job, but I think all of us are sitting there going, "My goodness,
Mm-hmm.
he's really done a good job." And it's nice, as I said before. Everything that was really a problem going on his first 2 years are
Right.
solving out. You know, the border is down by 70%. The inflation is lowered to
And,
four
and they're
percent.
getting the fentanyl. They're catching the fentanyl,
Yeah, oh
right?
yeah, they're catching all the fentanyl, so a lot of that stuff is solving, and yeah, it's fantastic. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. He's doing
I
a great
mean,
job.
we go to bed, we wake up. Biden hasn't erupted on social media. He's not getting into no arguments with other leaders. He's
Nope.
getting inflation down. I go to the grocery store. I bought some eggs, few
Yeah.
dollars. It's what are
It's
you
awesome.
complaining about,
It's
folks?
awesome. No, yeah, my grocery bills are down. There's so many things. And, I was thinking about that too. Like, you remember, 2021,
Mhm.
was rough. And we were still heavy in that pandemic and trying to get all that stuff. And, somebody would say, oh, the vaccines don't work and nothing works. Well, you tell me why we're running around with no masks. He's created 13 million jobs.
Uh
People are
oh.
back to work. We're living our lives. Kids are in school.
Uh
You know
oh.
what I'm saying? Like, then you tell me how the vaccines didn't work. Explain that to me.
Hey,
Explain that to me. I
explain
mean,
it to us.
yeah. I mean, it's insane that these people don't see how amazing what he was able to accomplish and get us through. And I know many of us, that was a hard year, hard 2 years. But it's like, I don't know about you guys. I feel like everything is back to normal,
Mm-hmm.
and things are just getting better and better. So I thank Joe Biden for that. He's
Ah,
done a great job. He really
let
has.
Thank you, Shay. I
Yeah.
always appreciate your honesty and your ability to put things in perspective for all of us out here because yeah, the world does need to know that yeah, maybe when Biden was younger, he made a lot of bad mistakes. We're not going to go ahead and excuse that, but it's obvious he's done the work. He's rehabilitated himself.
He has, and which is James Clyburn and many of the
Hmm.
black leaders have said that,
Yeah.
that they have talked to him and
Hmm.
they understand. That's why James Clyburn stepped behind him,
Yeah. Good
as
morning.
he knows about his past, he knows these things, but he was able to put the full weight of a black caucus behind him, knowing he is a man that is listening. He is a man that is there for them,
Yeah.
100%. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
fantastic. It's
Ex-
fantastic. So
Exactly.
yeah, and
Thank.
yeah, this is great. I'm glad to see it. And go Fonnie Willis. And this is gonna be interesting to see what happens out of Georgia. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Absolutely.
When he's truthing, mad truthing, something's coming.
Yeah. Those
He always
indictments.
tells us.
Yeah, those indictments are coming, ladies and gentlemen.
There,
Whenever you see Donald Trump doing this,
there you
that means
go.
something big is about to happen. Ah,
Yeah,
all right, Shay.
something's up. All right, my friend. Have a fabulous day. Love everyone.
All right, love
Happy
you too.
Juneteenth. Woo woo.
Happy Juneteenth, ladies and gentlemen. The beautiful Shay. Let's give her a round of applause.
Have a good one, my
Not
friend.
that hard.
Not that hard.
The box and tell the truth. All right. I do not know how we had two people in the box. That was weird. I didn't see you come back in the box, Ruben. That was wild. But it is what it is. Now, I said, please do not say anything critical of President Biden, or I'm going to bring the receipts. Should I bring the receipts? No, boo me! You asked! You asked! Nope! Would you rather me lie? Fine. Let's give it a go. President Biden, all right? And this is just what we have up to a few months ago. I haven't updated it recently. But he has passed the $1.2 trillion bipartisan infrastructure package. And by the way, shout out to those folks in Pennsylvania, I-95. This funding is going to help get that bridge repaired in a record time. 2 weeks. President Biden. Helped get more than 500 million life-saving COVID-19 vaccines in the arms of Americans. Listen, Shay, you touched on it. You go to some of these other countries right now, they're still struggling with COVID. Not us here in the United States. Let's give Biden a round of applause. Stopped a 30-year streak of federal inaction on gun violence. Made a $369 billion investment in climate change. Ended the longest war in American history by pulling the troops out of Afghanistan. Provided $10,000 to $20,000 in college debt relief to Americans with loans who make under $125,000 a year. Cut childhood poverty in half through the American Rescue Plan. Wow. Capped prescription drug prices at $2,000 per year for seniors on Medicare through the Inflation Reduction Act. Achieved historically low unemployment rates after the pandemic caused them to skyrocket. Recommitted America to the global fight against climate change by rejoining the Paris Agreement. Strengthened NATO alliance in support of Ukraine after the Russian invasion by endorsing the inclusion of the world military powers Sweden and Finland. NATO is stronger. Authorized the assassination of the Al-Qaeda terrorists. Ladies and gentlemen, he's tough on crime. What else did he do? Held Vladimir Putin accountable for his invasion of Ukraine by imposing stiff sanctions. What else? Created more jobs in 1 year than any other president in United States history. Signed the PACT Act, okay, and signed the CHIPS and Science Act to strengthen America's manufacturing and innovation. Little Hawk, thank you for the subscription, my brother. You're going to go far in the kingdom with that mindset. All right, so I hope that clears it all up for any of you out there who are still on the fence, still undecided about whether or not President Biden is qualified to do the job. That's just 2 years. Imagine what he can do if we give him another chance to do another 4 years. Let's give Biden and Kamala Harris a round of applause. All right, we got a few more to go. Good morning, Brother Attacking. I see you hard-headed. I'm getting you next. Good morning, my brother Attacking. How are you doing?
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky.
Ooh.
Hey, you know what? You know the best words I've heard?
What's that?
Bill Barr. Do you think Donald Trump lied about the documents and stole them? Yes, I do.
Bill Barr said that. His former attorney general.
Bill Barr said that.
What?
Yeah.
Do you think Bill Barr is working with Jack Smith? I mean, think about it. He used to work at the DOJ, right? Didn't he have a job there?
I think a small one. I don't know if it was a janitor, a maid, or somebody that had to clean up after Trump. I don't know if he was an attorney general.
Because he's been mighty gutsy lately. You know, Trump says he's a gutless pig. But Bill Barr's been sounding off on Donald Trump like no one else.
Yeah, I think he's realized that Trump's a detriment to the American people.
He's a threat.
Also, you know, it's amazing you talk about jobs. I was in a broadcast and we're talking about jobs and the 13 million that Joe Biden has added. They don't believe Donald Trump lost any jobs in 2020. And the jobs that are now in the system, they just say that they left their work and in 2020 and they're just coming back. Well, the question is, how can you leave your job in 2020 or be fired or just lose your job altogether because of the pandemic, but then all of a sudden come back? So which one is it? I mean, you have to lose it to come back to it.
Right. That's a good question. You know, they keep saying that the jobs that Biden that have been, I guess, counted since Biden got into office,
Right.
those were just the ones that were lost. But the numbers don't add up. Last I checked, I don't know the exact numbers, but the number of jobs created far exceed the ones that were lost during the pandemic.
Yeah. I came across a TikTok video this morning.
Right.
Do you know? What it was a week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago? Some whistleblowers came to talk to Congress in regards to being fired from the FBI. Remember that?
Right. I do.
Well, there's a lady who I follow, and she posts a lot of these things in regards to the legal system.
Is she one of these TikTok lawyers?
No. She's a real good person. She just,
Okay.
yeah. She said that one of the so-called whistleblowers, when asked by, I forget which Democratic senator,
Right.
oh, you need to hear this.
Keep going.
I'll
Keep
give up
going.
my time tomorrow for 1 minute.
No, you're fine. Let's just
Okay.
keep. I don't want to stop you mid
The
thought.
woman, the woman said that he lied under oath to the committee because he was asked, "Have you ever talked to media?" He said, "No."
Right.
Have you ever given information, secret information, whatever, to the media? He said, "No." He talked to Project Veritas
What?
and
This
gave
is that
and gave information to
oil.
Project Veritas.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's all I had to
We
say.
always keep catching them lying, don't we?
Yeah, we do, and so he has been submitted to Jack Smith for lying to the government under oath, and we know that's against the law and punishable by 5 years if I'm not mistaken.
Jack Smith.
Get him, Jack.
Yeah, so I'll go. Thank you very much. Everybody have a good day. Be safe.
All right. Happy Juneteenth, ladies and
Happy
gentlemen.
Juneteenth.
Let's give brother attacking a round of applause. And bring up our next guest. This, ladies and gentlemen, is by far one of the biggest imposters on TikTok, worse than Nutty. And he goes by the name of Hardhead Herbert. He thinks that means Triple H. Don't fall for it. Okay? I don't know why this man does this, but he needs to cut it out.
Thank you for that introduction, Cletus. Happy Juneteenth to you.
Happy Juneteenth to you. When are you going to change your name?
Oh, that's the thing there when I get to heaven. They say in the book that I have a new name written down in a white stone that only God know it and I can hear it. Right? You'll read that part? They say we'll receive a new name?
Yeah, but what does that got to do with you?
I will receive a new name. My name will be written in the Lamb's Book of Life.
Wow. So you're going to take it all the way there, all the way to the book of Revelations, huh?
Yeah. He said I'll receive a new name. But let's stick to some earthly stuff there today.
Okay.
Couple of things quick, and I know I'm on a timer. The feds never come to your house without making you an offer first.
Fair enough.
They've made some offers. When you see Trump in court, it's because he turned down the feds' first offer. So now they got the stick waiting on him. What's going to be hurtful is when they probably give what's his name, Walt Whitman an offer.
Nauta.
Yeah, Walt Whitman. They gonna make it. They got a whole.
Let's call him Walt. What you call him, Walt Whitman? Let's call him, man.
Yeah, they got a whole dictionary waiting of definitions for him, like forever, a mighty long time, And I'm gonna say like this too: if Trump go to jail, the Secret Service is not going to prison with Donald Trump. They got the Federal Prison Bureau. They gonna keep him more secure than any Secret Service could get him. The men is not going to prison with Trump. He committed the crime. And they got the federal prison bureau. They got guards and everything that's gonna keep him more secure than any top secret service could ever do. Now let me jump on this for a minute. I hear some people this morning looking for Lumberjack and a few other folks to come in their lives so they could have opposition research. One thing I respect about you, you give them a try, but you ain't gonna play with them too much because you're searching for the truth. In the
Right.
country, Zeus, there's a couple of sayings, and I'm gonna leave you with this. Down in the bayou, we say we don't fatten frogs for snakes.
Oh.
And if you live on a farm, we say you got to keep the snakes out the hen house because you never have any eggs.
Mm.
We got
Mm.
to keep them people that lies out of our lives because
Mm.
we're trying to elevate the truth. We're not
Mm.
trying to like say give them people a chance to spread them lies because new minds, a virgin mind, can't differentiate sometimes. So they'll believe a lie over the truth. There's a book that say that in the last days they'd rather believe a lie than the truth, right?
Preach!
Time for me to go, brother. I reserve it to balance my time for when you call me again. I'm here standing on the sideline.
Listen, you're
Happy
always
Juneteenth,
welcome.
Cleveland.
Nita, good morning. You're always welcome in the kingdom, even with the name you continue to parade around.
Hey, I
Double
see Snuggles creeping around. I hope he got his knee pads on today.
Snuggles, get those knee pads ready, because
Yeah,
Jack Smith is coming.
don't
Hello,
kick me.
Nita.
I reserve the balance of my time.
All right, thank you, hard-headed Herbert. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give him a round of applause. He took us on quite a journey this morning, but he landed in the right place. Okay, let's move it along. Let's move it along. See, I mean, listen, I wish I could talk to everyone a lot longer. I really do. But, I don't want any more of those complaints. Zeus, I want to talk to you too. I want to talk to the people. Good morning, concerned human. How are you doing? Long time no see. Good morning. I can't hear you. Are you there? Concerned human, are you there? Going once, going twice. Sold. Concerned human, what did I tell you? Don't just get in the box and hang out with Zeus. Let's move it along. All right, let's give it another try. Who is this? Shan Walk. Good morning. How are you? Hello? Another one. Another boogie. Shan, are you there? Going once. Going twice. So, I guess it's not working. Let us keep going. All right. Listen, we're getting through these people. I'm good. All the guests, I'm getting through them this morning.
Hello.
Good morning, Norris. How are you doing?
Hello, Brother Zeus. I
How
have
are
some
you, brother?
interesting news that happened a couple of days ago, but I
Talk
don't
to us.
know
What
if
do you
you did.
got?
Apparently, Don Jr., Donald Trump's son, is being sued by his best friends and leaking not only emails from Don Jr., but Donald Trump with so-called quote-unquote racist texts in the emails.
What? So you're saying, and I think I might know what you're referring to. Are you referring to that mess, or actually it was an article that came out where Don Jr. was saying racist things about people of color and Mexicans
Yes, sir.
and the Mexicans? Is that the one?
Yep, and his friends actually lost him because I actually deep dived in that.
Whoa! Order! Shame! Shame on Don Jr.
They say the apple doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, are the Trump supporters talking about it? Because they keep bringing up the '94 crime bill. Are they talking about
Nope,
this?
nope, they ain't.
Wow, Trump supporters, why are you holding out on us? I thought come on in here and tell us why Don Jr. was sending those text messages. And don't say he was just trying to be funny. Zeus, it was a violation of his privacy. No, explain it. Cut it out, Go Dogs. Wow, Norris. They're radio silent, huh? But they know, like Swerve said, they know everything President Biden did and Hunter Biden. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah, and like you said, they keep coming up with where's Hunter Biden's laptop or all this other stuff, but they don't have anything new or original. It's the same broken record stuff.
Mm.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, aren't you tired of it?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. They like to take one topic and stretch it out a lifetime, right? For instance, January 6th. They still want to talk about it as if we weren't there. We didn't see it. Zeus, you can't say anything. You weren't there. I was there, boots on the ground. We all saw it on national television. We all saw Trump. We read his Twitters.
We've had
Was
multiple
there
people that were there at the insurrection of January 6th come on TikTok and say, "Oh, I was there," and actually pull up some legit phone video, and I'm like, "You're getting sent to the FBI."
Yeah, they act like it wasn't what it was. Okay, for goodness' sake, we heard them yelling. For goodness' sake,
Yep.
we heard them yelling. Hang Mike
Oh
Pence.
yeah.
We heard it. There's nothing to explain
I
after that.
I wish
Then
they
they
would
go.
wake up. I
Then they
really
go.
do.
It was feds. It was feds. Yeah, there are members of the FBI who support Donald Trump, and we've seen them in Congress. Yeah, keep on saying what you've been saying. We get it now.
And
All
before I
right,
leave, I gotta
Norris.
say this. Before I leave, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna do this perfectly. People who talk about Ukraine has not read the Budapest Memorandum, and if you actually did and actually knew that we signed it in 1994 with Bill Clinton, you would understand that's the reason why we're supporting Ukraine
Thank
right
you.
now, because they are part of the breadbasket of EU. Have a nice day, and as one of my favorite actors says, to
What's
boldly
that?
go where no man has gone before.
Tell him, Norris. All right. I
Peace.
appreciate that, and I gotta bring up probably one more of your friends, but I appreciate you for getting in the box and telling the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Norris a round of applause. So again, to the Trump supporters, let me make this crystal clear to you, okay? Donald J. Trump stole those classified documents, and that is why he is being indicted. He was playing around about giving them back. He lied to the FBI about not having them. He lied to his attorneys. He made all kinds of statements on social media, and now all of that's coming back to haunt him. Why in the heck was he actually trying to pressure Ukraine to find dirt on Joe Biden? That was not what we vote. That is not what he was put in office to do. The president of the United States is not supposed to be using his or her power to commit crimes. They are supposed to be protecting the United States. To those folks out there, and I haven't even said it, but I gotta make sure I talk about it. Those who participated in the insurrection on January 6th, what a shame that you should be ashamed of yourself. You took those American boots, those American clothes, those American pickup trucks, those Chevys and those Fords, and you used them to storm the United States Capitol as if you were supposedly storming those beaches on Normandy. Shame on you! We're at war, but it's not with our own country, you nuts! Oh my God. You're at war with your own house? Does that make sense? Go like the good book says. A house divided cannot stand. And ladies and gentlemen, that describes what's going on here. Yes, local jokers, you're divided. You're attacking the same country that's providing for you. You get on the airplanes, they go, we don't trust the government, Zeus. But you're flying on these airplanes, you're riding on the highways, you're eating the food. All that stuff has to go through the government. You're sending your kids to the schools. We don't trust the government, Zeus, but you go through TSA. We don't trust the government, Zeus, but the FBI every day finding folks that are out here hurting these kids. We don't trust the government, Zeus. Okay, but the FBI is catching fentanyl at the border. Cut it out. You do trust the FBI. You're just caught up in a bunch of misinformation and lies, and you're attacking your own self. If imagine a dog chasing its tail, that's what you look like. Jesus, I shouldn't have to get out here. Me and my friends shouldn't have to get out here and at least have conversations about this stuff. I'd rather talk about things that actually add to what I'm trying to do. How do you make me a better person, right? No, I got to get out here and have arguments and conversations about January 6th, about classified documents, when the proof is right in front of us. All right, let me hurry up and get through the box and make sure I get up out of here. Oh my goodness, our good friend. Let's see, ladies and gentlemen, Venus Hurd. I don't think I've checked with you before, but you know what? There's a first time for everything. Good morning, Venus. How are you? Venus, are you there? Your mic is muted. Well, as you can see,
I'm here.
Oh, okay. Good morning. How are you?
Good morning. How are you?
I am doing very well.
$5 off your first order as a preferred customer. So, let
Have
me
we?
tell
We've
you what
never done
happened
business
over the
before.
weekend.
Venus, we've never done
Huh?
business. We've never done business before, right?
No, we have not.
Okay, all right. Well, I got to ask you some questions because that's kind of how this goes. All right. And then
Okay.
this won't cut into your time, but I just got to know where you stand on issues of utmost importance in the kingdom. Fair enough.
Fair.
All right. In your opinion, who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
Trump.
Oh, yeah. All right, I got a curveball to ask you. Okay, this is a curveball question. Do you think President Biden is guilty of any crimes?
No.
Ah! Welcome to the Kingdom, Venus Herd. Thank you so much. No more questions to ask of you. Let's get started. So what do you got for us?
Okay, let me tell you what happened over the weekend.
Talk to us.
Okay. So, my so-called boyfriend underestimates my intelligence all the time, and he has been for the past year. So, a couple nights ago, I had to show him how crazy I was because he underestimates my intelligence.
What?
So, when I
Wow.
showed him,
Is he a
I
Trump
scared.
supporter?
No.
Oh.
So, when I showed him, he got scared, and now he won't talk to me.
What? What is? I'm confused. Are we talking politics or are we talking relationships, Venus?
Both.
Oh, so how does this connect? I'm not that smart, right? So you got to make it make sense to me.
Okay, so there are some Democrats out there, and God bless their hearts, but they have the common sense of a damn Q-tip.
Hey, now keep it clean. Keep it clean. You're saying that there are some Democrats out here that have the common sense of a Q-tip.
Yes.
Well, wait, first of all, are you a Democrat?
I am. But, there are Democrats that are smart as a whip, but cannot comprehend the truth.
So, what is the truth that you are trying to help us understand?
The truth is, this has happened before, and it will keep happening until disabled voices in America are heard.
And
Okay,
what?
we are disabled people here in America, not stupid or ignorant.
Right.
So do not underestimate our intelligence on any
Correct.
level, because you might get thrown under the bus.
Right.
And if
Right.
you don't have the experience, I will tell you how it feels. It hurts a lot,
It does. Don't.
and it
Are you
takes
saying?
years to recover.
So yeah, we should not be underestimating folks in general, right? Especially folks who are disabled. No one should be doing that. Whoever you
Exactly.
are, cut it out.
Thank you, Zeus. That is my piece.
All right, I appreciate you, and you're always welcome. All right, and whoever it
Thank
is
you.
out there, stop giving Venus a hard time. Venus, thank you so much for coming into the kingdom and telling your truth.
Thank you, Zeus. I love you.
All right, love
Have a
you
good
too.
day.
Have a great day, and hopefully you celebrate Juneteenth and have a good one. Fair enough? All right. All right. Venus, ladies and gentlemen, has spoken. All right. Moving along to our next guest. Oh my gosh, I am way past my time slot. Good morning, Butterfly. How are you?
Good, Zeus. How are you doing?
I am all right. Is this our first time doing business?
I believe it is.
All right. Well, I got some questions to ask. All right. You're welcome,
Go
Venus.
ahead.
All right. In your opinion, did President Biden steal the 2020 election?
No.
Excellent answer. Next question. In your opinion, who would you say is responsible for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th?
It's a complex answer. I believe, as an asset to Russia, Donald Trump is the reason for the attack on the Capitol. I don't think it's just him. I think he was working
You
for
had
Russia.
me. Woo, Butterfly, you had me for a split second. Next, and this is the final question, and it's going to come at you like a curveball. All right. Do you think President Biden is guilty of any crimes?
Personally, no. But if he is, investigate it. And if he is, lock him up.
Let's welcome Butterfly to the kingdom. All right. Well, listen, now that we've gotten that out of the way, what brings you into the kingdom? Is there a matter that you would like to address?
I only really have one comment. And
Oh,
my comment is everybody thinks that Trump is innocent, right? Not everybody, but
no.
you know who I'm talking about. They
Yes.
think Trump is innocent.
Right.
All you have to do is literally go back to that famous CNN home, that town hall with CNN, and you can literally hear him say he kept the paperwork for negotiations.
I do. And let me
So
ask you this.
he admitted it.
What do you think he was trying to negotiate?
With Donald Trump, probably money, but it could be
Ha!
his freedom. It could have been his freedom because he
Mm,
knows what he did. He was
mm,
trying to hold on to something before
mm.
they dug deeper and found all the ilk shit he was doing when he
Oh,
was in the
keep it
White House.
clean now, Butterfly. We gotta keep it clean.
Sorry. But that, so I think anything he could have got out of it,
Yeah.
whether it's from another country, whether
Mm-hmm.
it was from Russia, whether it was for his freedom, whether it was for money, but he held on to them, and he stated for negotiations. He not only committed the crime, admitted the crime, his intent he talked about too.
Well, You know what? With that being said, I my only question is this: do you sense from all the lives you go out and check in with out here, are his supporters starting to come around to the fact that this is really serious?
No, they're in a cult. That I don't think they. I don't. I think they could. They could honestly know it was true and wouldn't care because. And here, this brings me back to my original statement on the question about January 6th. People don't understand how much influence Russian propaganda and Russian mental warfare seeped into our internet and literally targeted. And if you look, the demographic and the age group and the educational level and the mental state, if you look, they're all 18 to 35, white males, undereducated, and probably have some form of some type of depression, not feeling worthy, like something. And they indoctrinated them into their cult. And that's my opinion. I think it's a lot bigger than just Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump has been a Russian asset for over 40 years. And they utilize him.
I do too. I do too. And it's time we start to talk about it, ladies and gentlemen.
So
Donald,
no, they're not changing because they're in a cult.
I would hope that through these lives that we do, I would hope that we continue to get the message out more and more and they start to wake up out of that fog. Because that's what it is, ladies and gentlemen. You're in a fog. All right, Butterfly?
Thank you so much, Zeus, for all that you do. I enjoy watching you. I hope you have a wonderful Juneteenth. Make sure you go celebrate today. Thank you for your education.
You're welcome.
And you stay safe. And I hope to see you soon.
All right, listen, and same to you. All right, I appreciate you coming in and contributing. Like this helps get the message out. All right, and be safe out there as well, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Butterfly a round of applause. Okay, all right. Brace for impact, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello.
All right, brace for impact. You know who this notorious misinformation individual is. And Snuggles, I just gotta
Hello,
be
my friend.
honest. I can't have you getting, in trouble in the box because that's bad for me. So
we talk just like you talk to my people in the box. People are jealous, and
I know, but I just want you to
we're
be
loved.
mindful.
We're loved around the
I want
universe.
you to be mindful that if I gotta drop you because I sense it's getting out, I'll do it because if I don't and you get
I know.
reported, then I get in trouble, right?
I'm not worried about. Oh,
Now,
I know, but I'm not. I'm not worried about that. I got 100
I know
accounts.
you're not. I know you're not, but I am. So what do you got for us? Have I lied at any point today?
Mr. Crossings. But if we have reality talk, Donald Trump is not guilty of anything right now, and he's only been found only lost a lawsuit.
Okay,
That's
can I
about
ask
it.
you a
So he's
question,
running
though?
for president. Let's keep focused.
Wait, you're moving too fast. Can I ask you the
Sure.
question? Have you
Yeah,
read
definitely.
the indictment?
Yeah, and that has to go through a court process, right?
No. I mean,
Is he
come on.
not guilty?
No, I just want to make sure we're on the same page. So when you
Right.
read that indictment, was there anything? Because a lot of people don't get to really talk to you, Snuggles, about what you think about some things, right? So I want to make sure I at least know because I don't talk to you. When you read it all, was there anything in there that concerned you?
Not really. I mean, nothing really concerned me. I mean, the fact is that they have to go through the court process. What does concern me is that there's Mike Pence and Biden did the same things. I'm just wondering why they're not in trouble.
Can I answer that question?
Right. Yeah.
Would you be open to my possible explanation?
Well, I do. Yes, I'm very open. I do believe Vice President's working with Jack Smith. I mean, to get out of his troubles. Yeah, go ahead, though.
Okay, so from what I understand, it's not about the Presidential Records Act, right? Okay, Trump had those documents. That wasn't really the problem. It's something happened when they asked Trump for them back, right?
He is the president. He's allowed to take those documents out. You'll learn.
But okay, he was the president or he is? I'm confused.
Yeah. He
Which one is
was
it?
the president.
Oh,
He
oh,
was the president,
okay. Well, listen,
and
I'm going to give you a
he
round
had
of
everything
listen,
done
Snuggles.
when he left office.
Okay, I'm going to give you a round of applause because you said
Right.
something I never thought
Right.
I would hear you say, which
Yes.
is he was the president.
Right. And a lot of
He's
people
still
said he did this after his
Snuggles is coming
presidency.
around. This is-
Right. How does he get everything out of the skiff? I mean, can you tell me that? You have to get everything out of the skiff. How does he do that? How did he
well,
get in there and do that? Can
okay.
you explain that to me?
If I told you how he did it, think about that.
Right. Right.
I'd be telling millions of people how to do it. We can't repeat that on
Right.
TikTok. But somehow he got those documents, and
Right.
his aide, Walt Nauta. It's
Oh,
matter of fact, I got another
right.
question after. We don't got much time. But
Yeah.
I think you would support Donald Trump at the level Nauta would, or even more. Would you flip on Trump if you were facing 400 years,
No.
Snuggles?
No. To be honest, I'm wondering how everybody got it out of the skiff. I'm wondering how vice president got it. Vice presidents
So
both
you would do
right.
400 years.
No, I'm just wondering how everybody got all the documents out. All three people here.
Well, we can't get into that. That might come out,
I know
when the
it's so
trial
hard. I wish
happens.
we can
But
have a great discussion on all that.
I think it's interesting, Snuggles.
Yeah.
Hold on. Now I know, and this was a good conversation, but I do think it's interesting that you said you would do 400 years for Donald Trump. That's pretty impressive, right? Uh-oh. Well,
Correct.
Snuggles. Okay. Well, listen. I got to think about that. That's a level of love for Trump I've never seen anyone on TikTok with. Okay. You win. You win. Fair enough. All right, Snuggles, ladies and gentlemen. He got in the box and he contained himself and he admitted one thing that was true, which was Donald Trump isn't the president. He was the president. Oh my God. Jeez Louise. All right, one more, and then I got to wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get it going. All right, my good friend Lewis, how are you doing, brother?
Pretty good. How's it going there? Happy Juneteenth.
Same to you. Hope you're doing something fun today.
Yeah, well, pretty much. I'm chilling. I always use holidays, regardless of what holiday it is, to chill, man. I don't go out and get in the rat race and do all the crazy stuff about it.
Right.
I wanted to mention this because just it's about Juneteenth.
Uh-huh.
I grew up in the house. I grew up in a house with educators all around me. My mother was a teacher, and all those people, and I didn't hear about Juneteenth, not even from my relatives,
Wow.
until about 10 years ago.
Wow. That's wild.
And I talked to a lot of my friends and a
You
lot of
didn't
my other
go you
family
didn't
members.
go to like summer family reunions and celebrate it or anything like that, huh?
No, the only thing we thought about when June hit was July the 4th.
Wow. Well, now that you're thinking about it, what does it say about President Biden, and his effort to help make sure this becomes a federally recognized holiday?
And this is the funny thing about it. I'm sure that him being in politics all his life, still think he probably didn't even know the full extent until a few years ago when they start talking about Juneteenth. So I'm sure when he heard that, he felt like that was something that had to happen. This was something that had to happen, and that's what people don't get. It's not something that was done to get brownie points or whatever. It should have.
It's long past due, is what you're saying.
I mean, unbelievable. I mean, here we are celebrating a holiday that doesn't really include people of color. I mean,
Wow.
it really doesn't.
Well, there's some people who
July the
don't
4th,
like it. There's some people, I see it in the comments. They think this is a fake holiday. It's dividing our country. What do you say to them?
I say to them, and I know who those people are, is I think those people are the reason why those people down there didn't know.
Yeah.
You follow what I'm saying? They don't want you to know. They don't want you to. These are the same people that don't want CRT. These are the same people that don't. I mean, how could you have American history? Now I remember, maybe you didn't, but I remember the biggest book when I started taking history was the history book.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
I
it was a huge book.
I didn't have a book bigger than history books, the history book, until I started taking medical courses.
Wow. Yeah.
Now, my anatomy book, medical book was pretty darn big, but
Ah.
pretty, but pretty much all that was the biggest book all the way through college was the history book. I mean,
Mm.
from grade school to college, the history book
Facts.
was the biggest book, but it didn't include us.
Mm.
I'm 64 years old, Zeus, and the most
Wow.
I learned about Black history was Frederick Douglass and who was the peanut guy. You know what I'm saying? That was pretty much it.
Carver.
Yeah, Carver. That was it.
George Washington
I mean,
Carver. Yeah.
that was all they threw to us.
Your parents didn't teach you?
My parents were. You got to figure. My dad was like 1 foot out of slavery growing up in New Orleans. So I
Oh.
learned a lot of I learned a lot of Black history, but I
Mm.
didn't learn a lot of American Black history. If you follow what
Got
I'm
it.
saying.
Got it.
I did get my genealogy going all the way back from my family coming in South Carolina, and I don't have anything farther than that. Right now, I'm having DNA tests to see where we came from in Africa, but right
Right.
now, I didn't get any of that. I got from when we were slaves to, and I'm not even sure if when my family came here, if we were slaves. We
Mm.
might have been free blacks when we came to this country. Because
Mm.
people forget there were a lot of blacks that came to this country that were free blacks, and so we might have been that way. And that's where I'm at right now in my journey, is to see where we go further than that. But nevertheless, I'm just saying I got from New Orleans to my grandfather growing up a sharecropper to us getting the name LeGrant because my great great grandfather
Right.
actually was French. My last name is LeGrant, so we actually inherited a French name. You know what I'm saying?
Got
So
it.
somewhere in there we got mixed. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
But
Well, listen,
so my thing.
I hate to cut you off, brother, but Zeus got to cut it short and get up out of here. All right.
Well, I appreciate you getting me in here, Zeus. But I definitely want to say your guests today were on point. I mean, they really were hitting the facts.
Thank
Only
you.
thing I can say is that they need to stop being so definite on certain things. Because I'm telling you something. The last time you asked me a question, did I think Donald Trump was responsible for 1/6,
Right.
and I said I used the word definitely. He was,
Yeah.
and I got bananas. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, wow.
So you can't be definite on stuff like that. So let them know right after they say something like that, you got to say TikTok for information purposes only, because they'll get booted. They'll definitely get banana for that. Now
Fair enough.
I went on appeal hours after that, but they did hit me real hard with that one. So just so you know, you can't be definite when it's a guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Or they can say stuff like "in my opinion," but you can't say definitely because you
Got
don't
it.
know really definitely. You know.
Got
Okay,
it.
just wanted to throw that out there to you.
All right.
All right, Zeus. Enjoy the rest of the day.
All right.
Go
You
take care of the
too.
kingdom.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to Brother Lewis. All right, we reached that point, ladies and gentlemen, where Zeus must depart and get up out of here. We had a great time in the kingdom, but I must go tend to other affairs. All right, so until next time, take care.
Zeus always, the most handsome in the kingdom.
And I really am. Thank you, hey, bro.
This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus.
Thank you, Evan.
Talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my mood when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you're cool till I pull up like Zeus.
Have a great day. I am Gordo.
Like Zeus.
Bill Rye. Reggie.
I'm fire than the eagle. I got red on me too. Took a long time to get here.
The real Brewski, TJ.
You living like a bug. Get away from me, fool. I got money on my mind.
Politically heard.
I can't hang around with you. You fall in love too quick. You a high risk. It's all the limits. I put a bounty on your head. This is way above the feds. When we playing with the gods and we playing with the dead. Time to let loose with the truth. I grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Playing hating on the gods, but he's such a douche. I tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse. I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my move when I'm grooving like Zeus. You thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Catch me in the sky like you up like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus. I'm hotter than Hades and I'm burning down the roof. You say you want it fast, I've been waiting for this moment now. I gotta choose. If you play around with love, then you guaranteed to lose. I didn't make the game of rules, so don't play me like a fool. If you can't swim, don't be in the pool. Even though I'm hot, people telling me be cool. I'm just sitting on my throne while you looking like a goof. Time to let loose with the truth. Yeah, grab your goose. Hey, little mama, let me play with your caboose. I know the ladies love me cause I'm sweet like a tooth. Playin' hating on the gods, boy, you such a douche. Tried to be patient, but you had to light my fuse. I'm catching all these snakes like a mongoose. These ladies love me, yeah, I'm the one that they choose. You know I'm so handsome, that's why they call me Zeus. This is how I move when I'm walking like Zeus. This is how I sound when I'm talking like Zeus. This is how I stare when I'm looking like Zeus. I like to act a fool when I'm moving like Zeus. Don't be playing with my move when I'm grooving like Zeus. Jack thinking that you cool till I pull up like Zeus. Thunder in the sky like you up like Zeus. I make my own rules, I'm a god, call me Zeus. Yeah, you know what I mean. I like to get wild. I'm the goddess of God.
Jack Smith.
I'm breaking down the roof.
Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
That's all the truth, ladies and gentlemen.
I can dance and box in the jungle like a kangaroo. Don't get caught in the woods or you'll be dead like a
Lindsay on the beat like Zeus.
Brother Anthony!
On the beat like Zeus.
RMC on the beat, yes.
Yeah, you heard about free. I see you.
Take care,
See you.
ladies and gentlemen.
Bertha.
Diaper Dawn.
ladies.
Happy birthday, Jewel.
It's Zeus.
From Zeus.
God of sky and thunder.
Yes.
Watch out, ladies. Watch hard.
Jack Smith. He's deranged.
Little hot.
Jack Smith. He's deranged. Did the FBI do that? Because they also did something where they put documents all over the floors and they took Donald Trump is indicted and they take one charge and they turn it into 36 charges.
Let's go. Nope, cut it out, Heaven. You know we're Giants fans over here. Cut it